Hello, welcome to Trump 47 Watch. Today's episode is on an item in federal sector news, particularly the Trump administration's termination of a collective bargaining agreement covering 47,000 airport screeners or transportation security officers. The directive, which terminated the collective bargaining agreement in establishing a new non-union labor framework, reinforces a previous directive issued in February of this year by Secretary Noem. I'm Merrick Masters, Professor of Business Emeritus, commentator, podcaster, and author. You can find me at my YouTube channel. Today is December the 24th, 2025. Secretary Noem of the Department of Homeland Security, through a press release, canceled the collective bargaining agreement effective January the 11th, 2026, the date on which essentially a new labor relations framework will be established for the Transportation Security Administration. This is a framework which will be explicitly non-union, which reinforces a directive issued by Secretary Noem, as I mentioned earlier, on February 27th of this year. You now have an officially new non-union labor framework in place covering Transportation Security Administration employees, including airport screeners. The American Federation of Government Employees, which represented the airport screeners, has issued a determination to challenge the Secretary's termination of the collective bargaining agreement, as well as its other actions rescinding the collective bargaining rights of transportation security officers. The Department of Homeland Security, as I mentioned, has decided that such a situation where you have collective bargaining rights of airport screeners is not consistent with the current requirements of providing for national security missions of various agencies, even though the Transportation Security Administration is not covered under the Federal Service Labor Management Relations statute. The February 27th memorandum issued by Secretary Noem stated that by virtue of this authority, the authority of the Homeland Security Act of 2002 shall not, as a term or condition of employment, grant to federal employees the right to collective bargaining or to be represented for the purpose of engaging in such a bargaining. The February 27th memo also reviewed some of the history that had previously extended collective bargaining rights, which resulted in a collective bargaining contract covering the roughly 47,000 airport screeners that belong to the bargaining unit represented by the American Federation of Government Employees. The February 27th memorandum by the Secretary was quite sweeping in its denial of labor rights. It said that basically you have no rights under the Federal Service Labor Management Relations statute. They do not have the right to elect an exclusive representative for purposes of collective bargaining or for any other purposes. That neither the AFGE nor any other union has rights of exclusive representatives for the screening workforce, including but not limited to engaging in collective bargaining, engaging in impact and implementation bargaining, exclusively representing and acting for employees, exercising consultation rights, attending and being represented at formal discussions, attending and being represented by any agency representative. And it also said that Transportation Security Administration should review any and all working conditions described under the collective bargaining agreement to ensure that TSA policies after the recession of the collective bargaining, address these conditions and make certain they are consistent with the broader statutory grant to the TSA administrator and policies of this current administration. In addition, TSA and the department shall immediately cease using the payroll system for collecting union dues. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Stay tuned for more information about this and other developments in the federal sector.